60% of all plastic produced globally is dedicated entirely to one purpose: food packaging. Out of 380 million metric tons of plastics generated worldwide, 228 million metric tons are manufactured solely to wrap, hold, and transport what we eat. Petroleum-based plastics do not biodegrade into the earth. Sitting in landfills or floating in oceans, they simply dry out and physically fracture over time. As the structural integrity fails, those larger containers splinter into thousands of microscopic shards, creating an invisible debris field of micro and nanoplastics. Microplastics are fragments measuring less than 5 millimeters across, smaller than a single grain of rice. Because they are so small, they easily bypass standard filtration and drift directly into our water supplies and agricultural systems. The very packaging designed to protect our food from outside contamination is now actively contaminating it at a microscopic level. This widespread environmental presence has triggered serious medical investigations. Medical institutions, including the American Cancer Society, are now actively researching the potential links between microplastic exposure and cancer development in humans. We already have documented data on the immediate risks of the specific additives used in packaging, most notably BPA. This biological visualization shows exactly how these additives operate as endocrine disruptors. The chemicals leach from the plastic barrier, enter the body, and actively lock into human hormone receptors, blocking your natural biological signals. Beyond the known additives, packaging also bleeds non-intentionally added substances, or NIAS, into our meals. Ingesting these compounds increases the risk of developing metabolic disorders and facing infertility. This leaves consumers in a tough position. We want to eliminate chemical exposure, but modern schedules heavily rely on the lightweight, microwavable durability that plastic containers offer. Prioritizing non-toxic packaging serves as a critical defensive barrier for your long-term endocrine health. If you want to eliminate chemical leaching entirely, glass remains the absolute gold standard for food storage. From a practical standpoint, glass is entirely transparent for fridge organization. It cleans without absorbing odors, and it is fully microwave safe. This matrix highlights the trade-off. Glass excels in chemical safety and microwave use, but it's heavy, breakable, and requires plastic or silicone lids to prevent leaks. Food-grade stainless steel solves those exact friction points, offering extreme durability and a lightweight profile for travel. The primary drawback with steel is its opacity, turning fridge organization into a guessing game. Furthermore, its ultimate operational failure is heating. Putting metal in a microwave is highly dangerous, meaning you have to dirty a second dish just to heat your lunch. Steel bento boxes and bulk storage jars are rust-free and boast a lifespan nearly 3.5 times longer than typical plastic containers. Neither material is a perfect one-to-one replacement for plastic. Choosing glass means sacrificing travel convenience, while choosing steel means sacrificing heating convenience. Seeking a middle ground has led to the rise of bioplastics and plant-based packaging, utilizing natural extracts instead of petroleum. Bamboo is frequently used to make lunchboxes and serving bowls because it offers high heat resistance in a very lightweight package. Manufacturers also use rice husk, a low-cost agricultural byproduct, to create bioabsorbent, shatterproof food containers. This line graph illustrates the operational trade-off. Because these containers rely on organic plant fibers, they possess lower structural integrity. They wear down, scratch, and degrade much faster than glass or steel under daily use. However, replacing these plant-based options frequently is still vastly superior to utilizing petroleum-based plastics, like BPA containers and single-use packaging, which need to be aggressively purged from your daily routine. Styrofoam takeaway containers are a specific danger. They generate massive volumes of waste that actively seep non-degradable environmental toxins wherever they are dumped. Relying on these materials guarantees the ingestion of microplastics and directly feeds the massive debris accumulations choking our oceans, like the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Choosing convenient single-use plastics over durable alternatives guarantees long-term chemical exposure. The smartest transition strategy avoids a one-size-fits-all approach. This flowchart shows how to build a hybrid system based on your routine. If you focus on home meals, prioritize glass for bulk pantry storage and leftovers in the fridge. For office commutes or packing school lunches for children, prioritize stainless steel. It easily handles the impact of travel and backpacks without shattering. The heavy weight and breakability of glass are completely irrelevant when those containers never actually leave your kitchen counter. The commuter simply accepts the minor friction of transferring their food onto a ceramic plate if they need to use the office microwave. Matching the material's specific physical strength to your specific environment eliminates the primary frustrations of ditching plastic. For many, the idea of throwing away a pantry full of Tupperware and buying an entire set of glass and steel replacements is financially overwhelming. Carefully washing then reusing your existing plastic Tupperware is actually better for the environment in the short term than immediately sending a massive load of usable containers to a landfill. Start with a high-impact, low-cost swap. Stop buying single-use plastic water bottles and invest in a reusable bottle. Next, implement a zero-cost behavioral swap. Explicitly instruct restaurants to leave the plastic utensils and straws out of your takeout orders. Achieving 100% chemical avoidance in modern packaging is virtually impossible, but massive mitigation is highly achievable. Effective mitigation comes from targeted, incremental investments that actually align with how you live and eat.